Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin when he stretch a disc. And I'm talking if you want it down.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up. To the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 10-2 stop.
Tight ends Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo.
61, matchbox, lights.
Check. Rush in.
Ready.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Jam. Check three.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McDonald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
65.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They go play action here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Break. 64.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's McSorley to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Man, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from the 1.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now McSorley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
High, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime?
Here we go.
Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's got Lockett. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And back to the ground, high. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And a Bengals first down.
Go, 8, read.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. McSorley, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He lets it fly for Rocket into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Got his man, it's Eifert. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down. At the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Let him know, let him know. 36, 36.
They go play action now with McSorley. Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. 3rd down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Eifert has it. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
8-3.
Again, it's Mixon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, exit.
Here we go again. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Hyde, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Go now. 30 base.
Use the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
High 7. Ready?
McSorley from the shotgun. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Hyde on the draw. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Bengals' 40-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 11. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Well, he's got to be careful with this game where it is, Charles, throwing those out patterns, right?
You're exactly right, because this is why we always hear teams say, late in the game, you're trying to close things out. You'll work the middle of the field more than the outside portion, because if you throw one out there that hangs a little bit or you float it, it can be picked off and returned for a touchdown. And boy, what a dramatic turn of events that would be.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Open man is born. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. McSorley, 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Back to throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Single slot.
You draw Parker.
Watch 7. I got 2 pump. Big dash. Kill.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Snap.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, box drop.
He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. N'Keal Harry with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Point after here coming up. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Steelers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season.
Hey, wahoo!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go! 70, Indy.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get on.
Get up.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football. Low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bengals, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.